Okay, so hello again, everyone. I'm back, and let's continue what we discussed last time. So we ended in this page, the the subject, predicate, object, complement, and this is the I think this is the complement clause. Okay, so since we are done with complement clause, let's talk about adverbial clause element. So basically, adverbial clause element. Um, a definite clause element is in English is the adverbial. It is both useful and potentially confusing that the name of this clause element is so similar to the name of the word class of adverb and phrase class of adverb phrase. The meaning of this class is, you know, um, um, adverbial is very useful. However, it is confusing because um, this clause element, ang adverbial man gud kay clause element man gud siya. So nasa sa isa ka clause inana siya. So pwede na to siya ma-identify ang adverbial as phrase class or adverb phrase class or adverb diretso, pero magdepende gid siya kung sa paggamit nato mo to. It's really confusing. So for example, maghatag og mga examples mga adverb or adverbial para ma-remember ninyo. So example, when we talk about adverb time, mag-talk sa tag adverb ha para ano ninyo ma-refresh ninyo. So when we talk about adverb of time, natay mga like now, yesterday, soon, later, ina na siya. So example, adverb of time like once, never, tomorrow, daily, ina na siya. So example sentence, she will visit the hospital tomorrow. So naghatag siya adverb, adverb siya tungod kay naghatag siya kanang like description sa verb na visit. So kung saan man siya mag-visit, dili man sa hospital, 'di ba? Ang tomorrow is dili nag-refer sa hospital, kundi nag-refer siya sa pagbisita, kundi ang verb. So kung saan siya magbisita tomorrow, that will be the adverb of time. Another example is the result or the results were announced yesterday. So uh, ang announced niya or ang were announced niya is yesterday siya gi-announce dili. So it will be the adverb of time. The adverb place in spring or in winter. I mean in spring, flowers bloom everywhere. Ina na siya. Or they will meet they will meet you there. Ina na siya. Adverb of manner. So ang manner, how it is done. She works fast. Then he quietly slipped away. Then adverbs of degree. So degree. Natay fully, partial, inana siya. So tayo, she almost finished the work. Though, lain na, ana sila na ang adverb daw, okay, sunod daw sa verb, pero na po yung mga adverb before the verb. So, she almost finished. So, almost referred with a finish na ang verb. So, hapit na siya ng pinisod. So, that will be the adverb of degree. Then, adverb of frequency. Frequently, often, yearly, briefly, mo na siya ang kuan. Frequency. So, kapilaan na. So, he likes to watch TV every day and they meet every week. So, every siya na napod tayo mga adverbs of comment, like mga comment lang good, pero naa siya yung mga degree of kuan, weight. So, for example, unfortunately, luckily, happily, honestly, na mga lilili, na feelings man gili. So, luckily, the dog did not bite the children, or happily, the power returned before the big match or before the tournament. Inana. So, napod tayo adverb of conjunction. Medyo confusing siya kay hala ka ng conjunction man na siya, dili man siya adverb, pero nag-act siya as kuan kanang naghatag siya justification sa either sa verb, adjective, or another adverb. So it will be an adverb of conjunction. Example ana, however, consequently, moreover, conversely. Example ana, however you look at it, it's still a mess. So uh, siya ang kuan, adverb siya in a sense, though it is a conjunction. Then he enjoys selling. He enjoys selling, and moreover, is good at it. So, ang moreover diri is ang selling. Then ang however diri is kanang still gyapon siya. Kana siya. So, those are the adverbs. So, let's discuss the adverbial clause element. So, makita siya sa clause, di ba? So, inanin siya. The important difference between the adverbial functions and adverb forms. Ang mga adverb forms, kaya kato akong gipang mention ng mga adverb na pagka-right, like mga naili, mga inana siya. Pero lahi po ang adverbial function. So, natay forms na po tay function, inana siya. Though, para tanan, adverb na tanan, lahi lang ang form, lahi lang ang function. So, as with all clause elements, is that a number of different forms, like forms fulfill the function of an adverbial clause element. So, if natay kuan, lots, antay natay 1 to 2 different, kung tayo iisa na to iisa na to. Natay 2 or 3 different forms of adverbs, makabutag adverbial clause element. Pero, not all of them are based on adverbs. Nga naman, kaya naapoy mga adverbial clause na naay mga preposition or naay mga verb or naay mga noun. Okay? So, example ani, before although the most regular forms that play the role are adverbs and adverb phrases. So, kani man gud siya, naapoy mga preposition phrase man gud parehani. Another frequent form that has an adverbial function is the prepositional phrase. A noun phrase could also function as such. So maghatag ito example later. So mo ni siya. Naka-record ba ko? Yes, naka-record ko. So note the given sentence examples. The train pulled away from the station very slowly. So nganong adverb siya gani? Kay dili man siya ang very slowly diri is though naghatag siya though literal in a form, naghatag siya manner na slowly, like man ang very pagyud kay like naghatag pagyud siya like kanang sa manang very, mm, like manner mas yun ng very or degree. So both siya adverb, duha siya ka adverb, so nahimo siyang adverb phrase. Since adverb phrase man siya kay duha siya ka adverb, so it means to say na siya ang adverbial clause sa isa ka kuan. Kay pwede man good nganong clause siya tungod kay pwede man good nato ikat ang sentence diri lang. The train pulled away from the station. So masabtan naman na may thought na ang train daw gidala or gitulak padul or gikuha gibira uh, palayo sa train station ana siya. Pero gibutang pa yung very slowly, it means to say clause na siya or phrase na siya. Inana na siya, okay? So, nganong adverb po siya in a sense tungod kay ang very slowly is not referring with the station or it is not referring with the train, but it is referring how they pulled away the object. So it is an adverb. Next, unfortunately. So unfortunately is a comment, like adverb of comment. Like unfortunately, luckily inana siya. So unfortunately, I won't be able to come to your wedding. Adverb na siya. Nganong giapil man ako na example tungod kay though ang sentence is not that like katong regular one na ang adverb kay nasa ulahi or before or after sa verb na ang adverb, pero kani man good is nasa sa pinakauna ana siya man, though naa siya sa murag uy subject ba ni or predicate ba ni, pero naghatag justification na unfortunately dili gyapon, di gyapon siya makaadto ana siya, so adverb siya. Next, in the moment. So asa man dapitan ng in the moment, asa man na siya dapita, like adverbs of kuan siguro na siya kanang um, time, in the moment man. So karon ana, so in the moment, I should pour you a cup of tea. So in the moment, di ba, time siya, pero nag-start siya sa in, which is In is a preposition. So, prepositional phrase dapat siya. Pero, naghatag man siya kuan, justification sa ato ang kuan, sa ato ang kanang verb diri na ano, mag-pour lang sa daw siya karon in the moment. Dili man in the moment cup of tea or in the moment you, kundi in the moment mag-pour ko or magyabo ko ana. So, it is an adverbial clause tungod kay clause pod siya. Kay pwede man ko makaingon di ba na I shall pour you a cup of tea. Pero nagbutang po yung in a moment which is that will be a dependent clause just like unfortunately. Though it is stated ang form niya is prepositional phrase but it will function as adverbial element. Next, every day of my life I praise you. So kanang everyday, which is ang everyday is kuan man ang everyday di ba? Adverb of a frequency like everyday. Then every day of my life man eh. Di ba? So napa siya of my life which is ang my life is a noun which is ang life is noun. So basically every day, every man ang day is a noun. Every is adverb, then adverb plus noun will be and all in all mahimugin siya noun phrase. I practice for 4 hours. So noun phrase ang iyang form but ang function niya is adverb phrase or adverbial element or adverbial clause. Okay? So nganong clause po siya, just like what I said earlier, I practice for 4 hours. That will be an independent clause or one independent clause. However, we put emphasis na sa ako ang kuan ba sa akong kinabuhi nag-practice ko kuan for 4 hours every day inana siya. So naghatag siya emphasis. So ang adverb diri is every day of my life and that will be an adverbial clause. So note again the first two sentences possesses or possess an adverbial element which is an adverb form. Yes, adverb form man siya. But their form is not adverb as they are preposition as ako. While the two last sentences although their function are adverbial element, but their form is not adverb, as they are prepositional phrase and a noun phrase. As noted, the examples demonstrate an adverb phrase, an adverb, prepositional phrase, functioning as adverbial in the clause. The common factor is that they all describe the circumstances in which the action or process of the clause takes place. Traditionally, adverbs function as defining time, place, or manner adverbs, although now they function as concepts to a function rather than form. Okay, that's it. So I hope everyone got the point in here that uh, some of, I mean, yes, mostly when we have adverbial element, it is composed of adverbs and adverb phrase. But sometimes there will be a prepositional phrase or noun phrase in order to complete or to create an adverbial clause. So though identifying the adverbial clause or adverbs or adverb phrase are um, is is difficult, but there's a note in here that uh, it would be easy for us to like play with the adverbs or adverbial in different functions and different positions in the sentence. So note there is also flexibility in the position or possible positioning of the adverbial as we can see from the following. So all of these examples in here are correct. What they differ is how I positioned the adverb or I mean the adverbial in the sentence. So first, very slowly the train pulled away from the station. So still very slowly. The train very slowly pulled away from the station. The train pulled very slowly away from the station. The train pulled away very slowly from the station. So they are just the same. Ang nakalahi lang is ang pag-position sa adverbial. Pero kung kuhaan ko din mga adverbial tanan class, Nagyon gyapon siya meaning like the train pulled away from the station. Motong gihimo siya clause tungod kay mura mo siya mahimog dependent clause pero phrase lang gud siya. And na siya. So mahimog yun siyang adverbial element in general. Next, I practice for hours every day of my life, and I practice every day of my life for 4 hours. So, ang kaning mga kuan good positioning diri ata makaingon na hala, kuan oy kanang buki paminawon oy like I practice for 4 hours every day of my life, or every day of my life I praise you. I praise you every day of my life. So inana ba na ay mga differences on uh, how we how we put into position ang adverbs na to. So I hope everyone got it. Adverbs are very common, though do not be confused on how they are positioned, as long as you know that those adverbs or prepositional phrase or noun phrase are acting like an adverb that signifies or modifies the verb, the adjective, or its own adverb. Okay, so that's all for today. These are the simple clause structure. So kung magbuhat-buhat mo, magbuhat-buhat tag ka ng like grammar na S ba ni, predicate ba ni, object ba ni. So these are the five clause element. We have the subject, usually a noun. So dapat S inyong gamiton. Ang predicator or ang P nato, always a verb phrase. Agreeing with the subject in person or in number. So katong mga finite or non-finite or ang predicator itself usually follows the subject fairly closely. So that's the reason why it is fairly closely because we create verb, like we adjust the verb if our subject is in number. So, munang pangutana na class na, sir, asa ko mag-adjust, sir, sa verb or sa subject? So, always ka mag-adjust sa verb. Tanawon nimo kung unsa ang subject. So, kung unsa ang subject, dira ka mag-adjust sa verb. Kung ang subject is singular, so dapat imong verb is singular also. Kung Jetro, with S ka. Kung Jetro and friend, so kuha lang ka without S ka, inana siya. Next, object or O, usually a noun phrase following the predicator. Only follow transitive verbs. O katong mga transitive verbs, katong na kailangan siya object. And be reminded katong intransitive verb, katong mga verbs na maka-stand alone without any object or object complement. Next, number 4, complement or the C, either a noun phrase or an adjective phrase only follows a limited group of intensive verbs katong mga become, became, seems, think, katong minato. Most notably the be verbs also. Katong was, were, is, and are, and has the same referent as the subject or object if there is one. So that's it. And lastly, what we just discussed earlier, the adverbial or the A, are usually a prepositional phrase or an adverb phrase, optional element that may occur in any position in the clause and that, if omitted, would not destroy grammatically of the clause. Di ba? Katuniyon ko kanina na kuan, bisang pagkwao na to ang kato na clause or kato na phrase, ang nagyapon uh, grammatically tarong gyapon ang isa ka sentence, nagyapon siya meaning. Some obligatory adverbials are more restricted position after the predicator. Bitaw tama class na some obligatory adverbials kana go mga lili like handed slowly, killed slowly, love slowly, and ano mga kuan ba na mga liang ulahi. Those are mga kuan, mga restricted position na kanang kailangan gyud nato kayo i-follow. Like mo gyud siya ang mas appropriate. Dili nato pwede magamit tong kuan good tong kanina nagibutang na to sa pinakauna or butang to sa tunga, nagibutang na to sa another tunga na siya or sa last inana ang kuan mga adverbials. So I hope everyone got the adverbials, and I just thought na taas pa kayo nga ako ang PowerPoint, so I just ended last time, but this is uh, too short, so I will end the presentation in here. Asa ba to? Hindi ah. So remember, all clauses in English are based on seven basic clauses. Katong subject, predicate or predicator. Jane lied. Subject, excuse me. Subject, predicator, and object. The three kings forgot their lines. So the three kings are is the subject. Predicator is ang koan, ang forgot. Then their lines is the object. Nga naman kay siya man ang koan, ang na-forgot sa three kings. Ina na lang. Then ang SPC is ang complement. So the journey was a nightmare. So unsa man ang subject, predicator, and complement. So unsa man ang nightmare diri ang was ba or ang journey. So ang journey man, so nagko-complement siya sa subject, so that will be the SPC. We also have SPA. SPA is the the ad, the adverb. Tama ba ko? SPA. Mr. Stevens went to London. Yes, adverbial din siya. To London is daraan na siya. Next, Philip, SPOO. Muna siya ang subject, predicator, object, and object. So, Philip sent me a present. So, Philip is the subject, predicator is sent. Tama ang sent niya, though past tense siya, pero Philip is singular also, so it's still the same. Me is ang indirect object, so O siya. Then ang direct object is a present. Then SPOC, complement ang C. My mom made me an artist. So my mom is the subject, made is the predicator, me is the object, then an artist is the complement with the object or the object complement. Then the SPOA, the conduct, subject, predicator, object, and uh, ad- adverbial. So the conductor, subject, place, predicator, his uh, baton or baton, umbot lang sana pagbasa gyud. Um, Object, like indirect object, on the music stand. So adverbial on in the music stand, though preposition siya nag-start, pero ang kuan yan, ang iyang function is adverbial na nagahatag og kuan kanang adverb of place kung asa gi-placed ang baton or ang baton. Next, additional adverbials on the sentence. So, katong kanina, though, gikuan lang sa gisumpayan, yesterday, Jane lied to my father. Dapat na kama. So, yesterday is ang adverbial. Unfortunately, the three kings completely, so natay unfortunately napatay completely, forgot their lines in the school play. Kaning on the whole, the journey was a nightmare. So on the whole, kama dapat na rin, kama dapat. Feel na ko na white ra siguro na ko ang kama ni. The journey was a nightmare from start to finish. So nanapoy duha ka book na pod na na on the whole. So og ang from start to finish. So ang from start to finish kay kon siya prepositional siya og ang on the whole is prepositional pod. In the end, ang in the end riya is the still adverbial, obligingly adverbial, on my behalf adverbial. Every birthday, Philip sent me a present from Paris, adverbial Gabon. Happily, my mom made me an artist, so still adverbial. Then at the end of the concert, so noun phrase siya, prepositional phrase pod, quietly is adverbial. At the end of the concert, the conductor quietly plays his baton, ambot sa kasi i-confirm na nako, on the music stand. So, all in all, these are the adverbials on the sentences, and I hope everyone uh, got it. So, I thank you so much for listening, class, and this will end the presentation. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Ciao.